Hi there and welcome back to the official MerchSprout YouTube channel. Now MerchSprout teaches people just like you how to source products from overseas. Now we mainly concentrate on ensuring that you gain the best quality products, but we also discuss how you can ensure that your items get to you not only in one piece, but within budget and within time scales that you as a buyer and potential seller need to know. So today we're going to be talking about DDP shipping terms, what they are, and more importantly, the problems that I find with them, why I don't use them and why you shouldn't do too. So let's dive straight in. Hi, my name is George Chewson. I'm one of the founders of MerchSprout, and I aim to teach you how to gain stock from overseas. Now, we've been sourcing, buying and ensuring robust quality assurance in China for over 10 years. So we have a bit of experience failing, succeeding, and pretty much everything in between. Now, one of the biggest things that people struggle with when first looking to source from China is getting items to their door. Now, it's not always the most complex of topics, but it can put your head in a bit of a spin, trying to understand, who owns what, the shipping terms, and ultimately who's responsible for what. Now, in our previous video on shipping terms, we looked at the difference between DDP, FOB, and ex-works. We discussed how DDP was the simplest shipping term that you could employ as a buyer from China. So, just as a bit of a recap, let's go over DDP shipping terms. So once you've researched your products, you've found a supplier, a product, and ascertained that your chosen supplier can make your product to your specification and applicable standards, it's time now to ship it. Now there are several different shipping solutions to employ, and the easiest, albeit on paper, is DDP. Now, DDP stands for Delivery Duty Paid. Now, Delivery Duty Paid is where the seller, your supplier, takes all the responsibility of getting the items to you. The seller must arrange all of the transportation and associated costs, including export clearance and customs documentation required to reach the agreed destination. Usually, that's your door or your warehouse, maybe FBA. The risks are to the seller, as you can see. Now they're pretty broad in their spectrum, and they can include shipping, duty, VAT, storage, and any other costs associated with getting items from the factory to you. So DDP sounds like the perfect way of getting items from your supplier to you. And you know what costs you're going to get from the start, meaning your profit calculations can be more accurate and you can figure out if a product will be profitable or not. Sounds perfect. Why is not everybody doing this? Now, as with everything that is China-based, there's always a risk. So, what are the risks associated with DDP and how can you spot them? The most significant risk when shipping DDP are unseen charges. I can hear you saying, George, what unseen charges would I have if the supplier holds all the risk to importing them and exporting charges? How can I be liable for those costs? So this one is quite astute on the supplier's side. Now it's somewhat of a scam, but for argument's sake, let's just not cast judgment on your supplier and say that the supplier might have just messed up. But it goes something like this. Now you've spoken to your supplier, they've produced your stock, and you're ultimately, as happy as can be. This could be through various ways. You've seen the product in photo, you have samples, and or you have somebody on the ground acting on your behalf as an inspector and overseeing the production of the stock. Either way, the product is ready to be shipped. You've agreed the DDP sea freight as the intercoms, and you've gained a fantastic price on the delivery cost. Fantastic. So your supplier informs you that they've shipped them and you expect them to arrive at your door 4 to 5 weeks later, everything paid for. Great. 4 days down the line though, your items turn up at your door. Fantastic. Wow. Either they've shipped them amazingly quickly, or somebody in your supplier really, really likes you. Either way, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Because you just got your product at a steal, DDP, and air freight, and all duties paid. You gracefully inform your supplier that all is good. You've received your items, and thanks very much for the expedited air freight. They usually come back and state there was a problem in their company's shipping department, and the items were included in the air freight shipment. Due to the additional expense of air freight, there is no profit in the deal. They have lost out. All the money is gone from the deal. But fear not, this kind-heartedness has a sting in its tail for you. You see, a couple more days go by after you have started to ship your products out. You get a letter through the door from the delivery company, FedEx, DHL, stating that you owe import duties and VAT. But how can this be? Didn't I pay DDP? Now you see, shipping companies like DHL pay duty on items on your behalf when shipping via air freight. You as the receiver are now liable, and I'll just read you the extract from the wording that DHL use. They say, to ensure the DHL courier can deliver your goods in the shortest possible time after entering the UK, DHL pays any duties and taxes that are due on the goods to HMRC on your behalf. DHL will apply an advance payment or disbursement charge for this service. So not only do you get stung by the VAT and duty, after all, the shipping company charges you a fee. Now potentially some items that you're importing into the country may have duties on them as high as 100%. Now this can be pretty costly expense and something that you probably have not accounted for in your budget. So what can you do? Of course, you tell your supplier, after all, they've agreed to DDP shipping, but the supplier has just lost all profits from the deal after their air freight mistake. Do you think they'll be really willing to reimburse you more money for shipping? Unfortunately, it's a no in most of the cases that we've seen. And the real kicker is that you are personally responsible for the VAT and fees. So, how can you avoid falling into the DDP trap? The age-old saying rings true here. As with many of our videos, we always state, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.